What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dristo4 here, aka The Rub, coming at you guys with the deck profile. On to the deck list, we got three Neos aliases. They're Warrior, they're Gemini, they're 1900 beaters, so they're really good. They work well with my Gemini Sparks. Stratos, no explanation, one of the best fucking warriors in the world. So, you got a Stratos, you got a Searcher, or you got an MST, your choice, whatever. Chevalier, he just looks badass. The fire coming off over the swords. He's 1900 attack. He's another Gemini. Triple Eatos. Anybody who doesn't know what Eatos does, if you don't have any monsters in the graveyard, just drop them on the field. Say hi, bitches, basically. Really good first turn, or really good late in the game when our defense put in a lot of work and there's no monsters in the graveyard. I mean, just drop on the field because your opponent, they're going to see you playing heroes, and most heroes don't have over 1900 attack, so they're going to think you're not top decking into anything that's worthwhile. You top deck into Eatos with no monster in the graveyard, you could possibly turn the tide. He gets over most regular monsters this format anyway. Trip Tengu, no explanation. I mean, no matter how you leave the field, he's getting his effect. So Tengu's just too good not to use in this type of deck. Double Snowman Eater. I hear a lot of people tell me that Snowman Eater is bad, but I don't believe that personally. At least not in this deck because Snowman Eater has a fat ass. So if anything, they still got to use the resource to get over it. And if they do use the resource to get over, that means they either use a vital magic or trap card, or they use a bigger monster, and that monster's probably gonna have to die too. So they got to use some kind of resources to get over Snowman Eater. Double Summoner Monk, another great monster. I'm pitching off spell cards, so whatever useless spell card I get clogged in hand, I can pitch that off to get any one of my level 4 monsters from the deck, which I run enough to use their effects wisely. I can use them for Exceed. You can get out a Gemini for my Spark. You can get out Stratos for an extra search or extra pop for MST. Or get out a Tengu just for future field presence. So this card is just really good in this deck as well. Dark Hole, just because it's staple and it blows up shit. Triple D Fissure. A lot of decks this format do rely on the graveyard. A D Fissure it becomes their biggest threat. They will MST a D Fissure before they MST a phase down, just because it's the biggest threat and kills their strategy. So I run triples and also I can put my opponent on edge. So this card's really good. I know it doesn't stop Inzectors, but that's fine. Like I said, this is not a top tier deck, so I probably won't be playing Inzectors that much. If I do, I have something for their ass too. One emergency call just because it's a Rhoda. I mean, Rhoda's at 1, but this is at 3, and I got 4 targets for this, so it's really good. Double Spark. I run 5 Gemini monsters, but I only run 2 Sparks because I don't like to have to match shit up in the deck, so I don't want to have to like pull into one or the other and be needing the other one. It's always good for me to pull into one of the Geminis because it's a monster. But if I pull into a Spark with no Gemini, it's a wasted card. So if I don't pull Summoner Monk or Gemini, then the Spark itself is useless. So I only run 2. Mind Control because it's the best card in the game. Let's just be honest. I mean, if I take your monster, I'm either going for game or I'm using your monster. You're not getting it back till I'm ready. So Mind Control is just fucking beast. I mean, if you don't play it, you're not winning. I'm just being honest. I don't care what deck you play unless it's Chain Burn. But fuck it. 1 Miracle Fusion. Like I said, I run defenses, so there shouldn't be that huge of a graveyard. But I also exceed a lot with this deck, so I'm pretty sure there will be monsters in the graveyard because we all know that the material does hit the graveyard because it's technically not on the field. So I run the 1 Miracle Fusion just to get monsters out of the graveyard for Eatos, and just in case I pull and I have monsters in the graveyard that I need for that pivotal fusion. So just 1. Double MST. I was running triple, but there's really no need to because I have the Sparks, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to spark a back row before I spark a monster. Because usually the monsters don't mean that much as usually the back row because everybody's back row heavy with heavy storm back. How I run it. Double Parallel Fusion. I don't know if you guys know what this card does. This card is this beast. It pretty much says choose an elemental hero fusion monster in your extra deck. And if those material are banished, you shuffle those material back into the deck and special summon that monster. You can't special summon again this turn, but that's fine because this deck doesn't special summon a lot in one turn. It can special summon at least once per turn. It's pretty much a DD pot of average, which is really good. I can recycle my Stratos, recycle my Geminis, just whatever I want to recycle. I can recycle the Snowman Eater because it's really good for defense, or another Eatos. So yeah, so this card is really really good. And plus also with the special summoning, with me running defenses, it gets past that triple effect Veiler, triple Maxi bullshit everybody likes to main game 1. So anybody that's doing that, they pretty much just pull 6 dead cards in their hand with this kind of deck. So it's really funny. Double pot of duality. I was running triple, but I do some special summoning quite a bit, so I went down to 2 just in case. It's just good for the consistency in the setup. You gotta run them. The one infamous Roto, self-explanatory. Double D Prison, double Phoenix Chain. So effect value just isn't effective in this deck. Phoenix Chain is a lot better. I'll let you get the monster on the field, but it's not doing shit else. So there's that. You got the Solid Brigade, which I won't explain. Starlight Road, I do sometimes have a heavy back row with this deck, so I just want to be able to protect them. The one Torrential, because I'm chaotic and I just can't let anybody have bigger nuts than me. So kill everything. On to the extra deck. Got your Chimera Tech Fortress. You already know. Carry and all that shit's still rampant, and they can work around D-Fisher too. 1-0, that's my Raigeki. Great Tornado, good with Eatos, good with Tengu, just beast. Nova Master, he's fucking beast in this deck because he does not have to send the monster to the graveyard to get a plus. So I just kill anything that you have, and I'm going to draw a card. This is my own personal Maxi. He's badass. Shining. Now, he has to go to the graveyard to get his effect, but most likely he won't. But that's okay because with me playing D-Fissure, pretty much all the E-Heroes are going to be out of play anyway. So when I do bring him out, he's going to be juiced up because they're all out of play because of D-Fissure anyway. So it's pretty badass. The one starter for Starlight Road. Got your Blade Armor Ninjas. I run 2 of these because I run enough ways to where if they're not big enough to get over something, or if I'm trying to go for a better look at game, I exceed, I detach, and that's 44 to the face. One Levier lets me get back a Stratos, lets me get back a Gemini for the spark target, lets me get back a Summer Monk to go into his effect again, to go into another level 4 monster from the deck, and probably possibly another Exceed. So it's really good. One Leviathan, just because it's a beater, why wouldn't I run it? Double Utopia, they're just good at saying no. Double Roach, they're just good at saying no. And Zenmine, because Zenmine is one of those cards that sits there and make you think about it. I mean, it's just like, you're not going to get past me that easily. Side deck, double Cyber Dragon, double Fossil Dino. I said this deck does not do a lot of special summoning, but in the case that my opponent does a lot more than me, I think I'm going to go into Fossil Dino just because, like I said, I refuse to let anybody else's nuts be bigger than mine. So Fossil Dino is just beast. Lava Golem, because your nuts might be bigger than mine, and I just want to make them even. So I give you a Lava Golem, get rid of like that Lagia or some other crazy shit that you got on the field that just might be in the way that Christia. But not that Christia, because I can't special summon that shit, huh? Fuck it. Anyway, Lava Golem just good with upsetting plans. The best card in the world right here is called Grand Mole. This card just surprises people. You just drop it out there, attack. Oh, you got gotcha, that's fine. Pick it up. Oh, you got Zen Mines, that's fine. Pick it up. I mean, if like they don't negate the summon of this card, then they're not going to get past it. They can't effect Veiler, so I'm just going to keep bouncing your shit back. Spirit Reaper, just because I like to stall sometimes and be rude. I mean, why not? He's good for just setting them on the field and drawing into a Snowman Eater and then going into Zen Mines to stall more, or going into Leviathan and punch in the face, or Levier to go ahead and start recycling shit. Double Chalice, like I say, no effect builder, so this is my effect builder. Plus it works on the damage step, which means I can just stop your monster's effect, or I can increase one of my monster attack just to make me stronger and make me help me live. Because most of my monsters up here don't need their effect. I mean, Tengu works off the field, Stratos, once he's on the field, he's on the field, and some of the Monk, just whatever. Heavy Storm, I do side into Heavy Storm just in case I might need to. Just in case, if my opponent wants to go more back row than me, I can make that shit versatile and just build up all that shit and then give myself a setup. Double Leeching, because let's be honest, agents are a beast. I should know because I do run them. And so you got to have an out for them. And then last but not least, I run double Macro. I can side into Macro just because if I am playing Injectors, then it's like, yeah, I can't stop there. But Macro says no matter what it is, if it would hit the graveyard, it's going out to play instead. So I mean, if that Hornet it does leave the field, it's not coming back. I mean, so it's pretty much going for good unless they run some kind of way to put it back in the graveyard. But yeah, nobody's gonna do that. So yeah, double Macro just a surprise and just to fuck up control. But anyway, you guys, like I said, this is just my fun deck, but it does whoop ass. You guys need to tell me what you think about it. Like I said, it's not highly competitive, but it does hold its own very well. So far, I'm actually undefeated with it on Duel Network. Surprisingly, I have no fucking idea how that works, but I'm undefeated with it on Duel Network, so you guys can try it out for yourselves. Leave a comment below with what you guys think of it. Whether you liked it or loved it, I really don't care. I mean, but I would like to know if you guys didn't like it, please tell me why you didn't. And if there's any changes you guys will make, let me know as well. Before anybody does comment, though, I don't use Super Poly because you have to send the monsters to the graveyard, and I run D-Fissure, and I don't want to run into that situation where I try to and I can't. So I don't run Super Poly, even though we all know that that's a beast-ass card. Anyway, it's your boy Dristo4 My username on Dueling Network is SoDebonair86. So for all you guys that want to hit me up, you know, so add me as a friend, come duel me sometimes. I mean, I'm always on here after work at night, so you know, come troll me. What the fuck? Yu-Gi-Oh's not just a game; it's a movement. Peace.